Yeah, we can turn that down. Okay, let's see, do this one. Great. So we're recording, and we're streaming live on YouTube. And we have a forum. Julie said she was going to join us remotely. She had childcare issues. We can let her in when she joins.
All right.
Great.
But we can get started.
All right.
We can, I'd like to make a motion to open the December 1st, 2022 New Paltz Town Board meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Okay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda. I have a change. I would like to add an executive session for number 4. And that's it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right. Okay, the announcements are, we have Night of 1,000 Lights on Saturday at 12/3/2022. And what time do we?
5 o'clock, and
Okay.
that's on Huguenot Street. And there will be, the highway department guys are putting up the decorations tomorrow. They've been working really, really hard. It was a lot of work because they actually had to take lights that were not solar and turn them solar. So they put a lot of
Wow.
wonderful effort into that. I took them some donuts today because I felt really bad because it really was an awful lot of effort. But I think it's looked nice. And there will also be celebrations. Well, Huguenot Street will have celebrations, the library, the Rotaries at the library having celebrations. One Epic will be open and Water Street will be open.
Nice.
So
What time do we?
it's all starting from 5 o'clock
Okay.
on.
5 o'clock.
I do know that the library's starting earlier. I do think that the pictures with Santa are starting at 4.
Okay.
And I know that the rabbi mentioned that there will be a menorah at the community center and at, if I'm not mistaken, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but also at Huguenot Street. So we're hoping to also celebrate Hanukkah
Nice.
and any other celebration that anybody wants to during that time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then we have Holiday Hoopla on Saturday, December 10th, from noon to 3 p.m. So if you remember last time, it starts as a parade up at the middle school, and then we end up at Huguenot Street and not Huguenot Street, the park. Yeah, Hasbrook Park. And hopefully there's gonna be live music and there's gonna be singing and food trucks, hopefully. So we'll see. Weather looks good, so you never know.
Yeah.
And then Record Management Day on Friday, 12/9. The town offices will be closed to the public. And that's all we have. If there's any other announcements. If not, I'd like to open the public input. So if you would like to make a comment and you're on Zoom, if you could raise your Zoom hand, we try to keep it to 3 minutes. And if you're in person, if you sign up and we will alternate back and forth. And would anyone like to make a comment? And so we'll start with a live in person since there are no Zoom hands. So please. And just you try to speak loudly. The meeting owl only goes for about 8 feet. So if you want, you can kind of stand over here or come up if you want. So.
Okay.
A letter to you.
Mhm.
For 3 minutes. So I'm giving this as a multimedia letter in lieu of an email. From me, 1 Old Road 299 to the town of New Paltz, right, board meeting. So this is, hi, this is the history of where that house stands on the corner that is supposedly gonna be a dispensary. No one ever told the tenants, hey, you know, be kicked out. And this is a safe and affordable New Paltz housing for artists of color. Like myself, 1 on Route 299 is doing that. So this is historical significance of 1 on Route 299. This is firsthand collection of an article of a stagecoach in New Paltz and Poughkeepsie from 1872. So this is listed twice, Ohioville. So the house is standing on the very corner of what is the beginning of Ohioville. So this is already historical New Paltz history that is gonna be gutting out a residential home into a business of a dispensary. So 1 on Route turn, and these are just questions. So these are just, I don't have answers to everything. I'm just saying questions and my research by living here. And I did research at the LT Memorial Library. And there's evidence that this house has been standing there probably 100 years in that place. So, and I have firsthand accounts, multiple, that there was a hotel in the acreage behind the house. And I heard it may have been French, question mark. I haven't found that, but those records are in there in the LT Memorial Library. And so tenants, like it or not, influence the facade and entire surroundings, acting as stewards of the property. This address shall be kept to residential access and regarded as integral to New Paltz town history and cultural significance, as seen here and there and here. And these are some businesses in the know of this dispensary talk. And the only reason I knew about it is because I asked my landlord to come in and make some changes that would benefit her as a landlord. Nothing was significant, it was a little broken, but I only called her in as a preventative measure to benefit the home after I leave. Like, before I even left, I had the cabinet mirror changed, so many little things. This is litter from the property that I've been holding on to do some art with it, and this is my visual letter. So pseudo land stewardship, but no right to ownership. Who makes the decisions and why people live there? That's my letter. Thank you.
Thank you. Very creative.
Do you mind sharing your name again?
Melanie Gonzalez, and my card is on the back.
Awesome, thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, Melanie.
Yeah, me, and it's sad that we can only find out you guys through having problems. You see, sticky situation brought me to even know that you're doing this. So
Thanks for taking the time to do
thank
this.
you.
We really
Thank
appreciate it.
This is over here
Yeah, it's very
research.
creative.
This is ongoing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank- Any other public comments, either in person or online? I don't see any hands, so going once, going twice. If not, we will move on to the consent agenda. And so I'd like to make a motion to approve, and before I do the consent agenda, I wanted to make sure people realize there's a bunch of expensive things on here for recycling.
Mhm.
We got a $200,000 grant for the recycling center, which is paying for these things. And so just we've gotten it, but I just want to make sure that if people online or watching weren't aware, there's a grant that's paying for this. And so kind of the rationale behind that is right now, we're the only town in the county that takes food waste for free when you bring your recycling and everything else to the reuse center. And so we do that just because it's part of, providing services. So if you live in an apartment or if you live in a house and maybe you don't have the time or the energy to compost, you can still compost if you get an annual pass at the reuse center. Compost is food waste is about 20 or 30% of your waste.
Mhm.
And so to take that out of the waste stream does a lot for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and landfill. And so we started this a little while ago, And at the same time, it lets us pick up people's leaves and collect brush. And then we can take what is a waste product for all of those things and turn it into something and then sell it and make money for the town. And so we were lucky enough to get this grant, and we actually 2 grants. The other one is from the clean energy communities, because we did 10 of those different items. And so this is going to be a compost facility with air that gets forced through it, so it's much faster. But those air pumps are going to be solar driven. So it's going to be green on a bunch of different levels. And so this is the first step in paying for that and getting the appraisals, just so people are aware. We went through this budget thing, and this is grant money, and we have the match from selling. You can see we're selling some used equipment to make some matches and upgrading. So that's the background for that. But I'd like to make a motion to pass the consent agenda 1A through 1D.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And number 2 is this came up a long time ago. These are for the wells at the Moriello Park. We wanted to see if they could make some changes instead of having just like big 6-foot chain link fences. We kind of looked around a lot, worked with the engineers. The village was very helpful with this. In the end, the Department of Health has very strict rules about how you have to secure these wells so they're safe. And so, but the engineers did find, instead of 6-foot fences and putting like green plastic around it that is supposed to look nice, which in my opinion doesn't, they have like these small, like 30-inch tall steel cages that they're going to plant bushes around. And I think it's going to look a lot better. And so I appreciate their working hard on this. And I think it's going to look a lot better. And so this is, but the original motion that the board authorized me to sign based on, those changes didn't involve these specific things. So I wanted to go back before the board and see if you guys are okay with it. And this motion to allow the supervisor to sign the 2 permits for the wells at Moriello Park.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 3 is, this is what we talked about last week. This is the pilot agreement for, is it Mannheim Muse? We also have it listed as Harmony Hall pilot agreement, but it's all written down. We have, we sent it all to our attorney, looked it over. We have a seeker resolution, declare lead agency, negative declaration, just so we make sure that we're doing everything. We may not have to do that, but it never hurts to do that. And so based on our attorney's advice, we have all of those resolutions. We also, I went back, looked at the village board meeting. What we're doing isn't anything different than they were proposing with theirs. They're saying that the distribution of the pilot is based on the tax rates in the town, the village, the county, and the schools. We just decided to put that into our resolution, so it's there and everyone's aware of it, and it doesn't have to be he said, they said, and so it's just in there. But other than that, it's the same resolution as the village had. We just replaced town and village. And so if anyone has any thoughts, questions, opinions, we even have the developer here again. So
Seems pretty straightforward.
yeah.
Now I'm excited to move forward on that.
Yeah, me too. I don't have any questions.
Okay, and so I'd like to, these are all posted on the website, but I'd like to make a motion to declare lead agency and declare negative, well, make a motion to declare lead agency.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And a motion to declare negative declaration.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And a motion to authorize this, well, so the other thing is motion to authorize the supervisor to sign this resolution. There may be some minor changes here and there, but any of those changes will be run by the attorney. Like some wording here and there, but the content is not going to change.
Okay.
And so, are you guys okay with authorizing me to sign it if there are small changes, as long as our attorney
It's okay.
Yeah.
is okay with it? Yes.
Yeah, I second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And that's it. So we have a executive session. It should take about a couple of minutes. You guys have all seen it all
Yep.
ahead of time. I don't know if you want to go into executive session or if, I mean, this is
I'm
about
fine
the pilot, that other one. If people are okay with that, we don't have to vote on anything. We will just we'll vote on it at the next meeting, but I wanted to make sure everyone was okay with that before I
Mhm.
responded.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
with it.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't need to go into executive session. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
The one time we get Terrence on first. I'm happy we're doing it early because I don't like how close I see my face every time.
We can,
That too, and it was like.
It's
well,
just.
I
I
was-
could see both of us were like trying.
Yeah, honestly, at the Quaker meeting, I sit with my back to the room thing.
I think that's, I get it, actually.
we could probably do it with, we could put it on a tripod. We still trying
I
to
think
figure
it'd be
it out.
nice if we could bring it closer to us.
Well, I'm gonna turn the
Just like get a little
recording
closer.
off.
Could we possibly?
Make a 4K version of this. Closer, 4K.
I'll roll the out.